Hello there. Greetings, my Dragonkin. This is Dragonborn. Dragon say get the mail. As always, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and definitely share. Will help out a lot. And we are getting into basically EA. Now, I have not played. Well, EA's claim up Battlefield 6. However, I have not played this, so if you're probably ever interested in this, here you go. But as from what I heard, it's been really excellent, and from what I've also been seeing from at least Klutzy and Gara of the Rage, you know, this has been really getting into the right steps in the right direction. I don't know why, but I still have some doubts in my mind. That's just, I don't know. It's just something, it just, I don't know if it's just nudging me or something else, but we'll have to wait and see. But however, there's been really good things about happening with at least BF6, Battlefield 6. But anyways, let's get into the article, shall we? And yes, this is from COD Rant. As always, this video is in the link description below, as always.
And here we go.
EA claims Battlefield 6 is the best selling shooters game of the year. This is from Rick Rodriguez. There we go, if I said that correctly, because I heard Rodriguez, as at least most of Mexicans that would say Rodriguez. So that's just how I always heard it, and that's how I always kind of go by it. But anywho, this is from Rick. EA has been calling Battlefield 6 the best-selling shooter in 2025 on its website, pulling above heavy lift hitters like Call of Duty, Black Ops 7, and Arc Raiders. Battlefield 6 is following up with Battlefield 2042, a game that wasn't received in the same positivity and currently has mixed reviews on Steam. On the other hand, Battlefield 6 sits on the same one, most positives, despite the recent influx of negative reviews. So let's go ahead and check that real quick. So I do have this on my wish list right now. Yeah, it's not, but because I think it's because it's online, and once you're playing with Steam Deck, yeah, it counts as you. But yes, as you see right here, 72, so most of it's very positive, and probably most of it, I'm just guessing, yeah, 71 right here and 57 right here. So yeah, and I have been seeing a lot of good things about this, and I know about the COD one that's just always been really down the shitter. Oh, speaking of that, here it is, and here you go. Almost said Battlefield. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Yeah, not quite a really good campaign, because I bet most of it is just through a lot of just because of the freaking story. However, from what I heard, if you have played like the online and the zombie modes, at least through Klutzy, what I heard through, he's been saying, you know, those two are really good, but I know Garo just lost his fucking mind. I can't say I blame him, but that was just torture for the main campaign. That was just complete AI slop that I can ever see. It just made no damn sense. So go ahead, go back. So I just want to at least show you both of that. And Nick Rodriguez did say that right here, so I think it's good. Sorry, things just said, and he's not wrong here, or you know, they are not wrong, because at least it just makes it easy. But yeah, despite the reflux of this one, but yeah, because Battlefield 6 has been really good, and I'm glad just glad DICE and EA's going in the right direction. I don't know why, but there's just something that's just about EA I cannot shake, that somehow EA is gonna fuck it up. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just very cautious, because EA always like to fuck shit things up. So anyways, but yes, I can definitely see being Battlefield 6 has been really good, and I guess most of the mix/negative is just mostly because it's either A, COD brain rot players are just jumping in there and just leaving bombshells because it's not COD like I wanted. Oh yeah, you want to just be like Nicki Minaj, which has no point in the fucking game, shouldn't be there, but yeah, you're okay with it. It's like goddamn Fortnite all over again. But anyways, but yes, Battle 6 Battlefield 6 has been really good. So, I know I just went off the side tangent, but anyways. In many ways, Battlefield 6 sees players return to the boots on ground, plus realistic gameplay that series was individually known for. However, the launch of Season 1 and the Red Second Battle Royale mode, audience has pushed back on the game a bit. Yeah, I can see that. Pointing out the backside into unrealistic skins, which were a major point of the concern in the game. Other common points of criticism include Battlefield 6 paid Battle Pass and BF6 of microtransactions, which may argue are outplaced in the semi-dark game. Okay, although I did try to play at least the open beta, but oh hey, I need to turn off my system settings on the security just to play. But somehow, if I don't, I can't access the damn beta. What the fuck, EA? That was like one of the red herrings I've been seeing. But however, you know, DICE and EA has been really shifting into good direction. So I don't know if this is actually good or not, so you have to let me know in the comments below, but I can definitely see it. But if it is just going to be like a semi-dark game, it should have been at least optimized for oh hey, you can get these skins like off to the side without microtransactions, because maybe that's positive and I kind of see that. But maybe there's still like a little bit more pros to this than cons that way can outweigh out more, but I don't know, so you have to let me know in the comments below. Battlefield 6 is the best-selling shooter game in the year, according to EA's website. According to Battlefield 6 section of EA's website featuring banner, they say thank you for making Battlefield 6 the best-selling shooter game of the year, including its an outstanding swift competition. Yeah, because you got PUBG, Fortnite, COD, you know, it's just freaking battle royale type thing, which I never fucking liked. I hated it with a passion when it first came out, because that's all the fucking rage was. And then every single little kid, even the next generation, would always want to have like that battle royale experience at most. Yes, even though there are some adults that probably still play it, but it just never appeals to me. But however, I can definitely say this is definitely a major point in the right direction of, in my opinion, of Battlefield 6 or BF6 at most. That was like, hey, we are not going to be like Battle Royale. We are just going to go back to the roots like how Battlefield 4 was, or Battlefield. I know I have like 2 games from EA. I know I need to continue one, but just like the campaign of, I think it was Battlefield 2016, whatever case, it's like at least like it was like in World War I era at most. So there was just some major damn problems. I don't know if it's just my fucking system. Alright, we went on that. I know I need to continue it. Just the campaign of that one didn't really quite interest me, but if I have some really good friends with it, it'd be a real fun game. Anyways, at least at the time of writing, Battlefield 6 has reportedly sold over 10 million copies across all platforms. This would track with the early reports estimating from the game business, which sees DICE new shooter have a much stronger UK launch than Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's the biggest competitor. The game's business also claims that Black Ops 7 has sold more than 60 few copies than Black Ops 6. Yeah, I can definitely see that, and I know how much, at least, go ahead and just say this, and I do agree with most people, you know, like Gara, Bloodsea, at least as far as I'm aware. I don't know, oh no, Alex said it too, but I know Black Ops 7, if you're just gonna get it just for the campaign, please just don't. It's just AI slop that should be in the damn trash. However, if you're just playing with friends, and if you are doing zombies, then it's good. So I think there's a little bit, there's some cons there. It's important to note Xbox Game Pass when comparing to Black Ops 7, Battlefield 6, Black Ops 7 was made available on Game Pass day and date, giving free access to subscribers on PC and Xbox consoles. And I'm going to say this for myself, I already canceled my Game Pass, because guess what? With that price increase that they fucking did, if they left it alone, like I said in at least my video, which I'll probably show a screenshot here. Again, if you're going to increase the price, guess what? You scared away your golden goose. However, in Microsoft's wonderful wisdom, it's like, but it's just when you cancel, that means you're fine. You know, you don't have to worry about price. Like that did anything. So anyways, naturally this would translate to lower retail sales figures compared to Black Ops 6, which ain't available on any subscription platforms other than EA Play Pro, $7 per month, and not nearly as wide adoptable as Game Pass or PSN Plus. If you have PSN Plus or Game Pass, you would already skip this over, so there you go. I'm in the last article. Although Arc Raiders has been really good, as from what I heard, I seen a few things I thought was I'm just going through here. Of course, you can read this in the description below as most. If you, like I said, I will leave this in the description below. About 4 million copies as of November. Okay, about BO7 sold more than shooters like Borderlands 4, even though that was fucking dog shit.
And here we go.
I'm not gonna get into great detail because I know it's just rinse and repeat like most of it, but Borderlands 4, when it first came out, if Randy Bitchford shut his fucking mouth and just say, hey, apologize for what happened with Borderlands 4 on launch, we'll fix it. But no, he kept on rambling and being a fucking dumbass on his social medias, and that's what caused most of that. If you have a bad apple in the fucking thing, it shows it can affect game, because everybody, even when I started looking in, saying, oh hey, Randy Pitchford, which I will call Bitchford,
all you've done is shit the bed, so why not piss it in as well?
was saying so shit about the fans, I don't want to play. And guess what? That's what happened. However, I did see a friend of mine, and she did say this is fucking garbage, or at least in my translation, because the update really just slandered it. Now again, they've already possibly did the update of, you know, a few updates to fix it, but whatever the update did, they went shit. And she didn't have a problem with like day one patch like most players are, but I'm not gonna get into the details. I'm going to say this: optimize the standard of what cards you have, not just with frame gen and AI frame. Make it off, then have AI and whatever the case is as optional. And yes, I know, how can you, well, you're just a PC elitist at that. Yeah, because guess what? I have the lowest cards, at least somewhat mid cards, at least back then. I started with a 1050 Ti that didn't have freaking ray tracing or whatever the case is. Then I went to the 5800, which is an 8 gigabyte at most, and that wasn't freaking at least ray tracing. So yes, I have a right to say for something, because I don't want just to have a game optimized just for fake frames every single game. It's shit. If there's a compromise, I'll make a compromise like this. I do agree with, if you still want to have frame gen, FSR/DLSS, please put it to the optional. If you need to cook a little bit more, so that way it's very optimized for the cards that has 10, 16 gigs of RAM, no more than 22, because I know some pirates doing this just for editing and streaming plus videos and whatever the case is. Make it optimized like that, because if you set the standard of, okay, here's like for a high end for 1080p, 1440p, 4K, you should at least optimize them all the way through. If you had to cook 2 more years, 3 more years, that's fine. At least you will have enough time to let it cook, so that way you can optimize with these cards, and as much with frame gen. That'll be my compromise. Anywho, I know I went off topic here, but I just let it burn. Spoiler, let freaking AAA burn at this point, because they don't get it. Through this ain't typically through of a direct competition of the multiplayer military sim franchise. And that'll be the end of the article. But yes, so like I said, and I'm going to say this again, I don't know much about Battlefield 6. Okay, so I can't really say yes or no, or this is good. So I'm just gonna be sitting on the sidelines for this one, because that's all I can do. All I can do is just sit on the sidelines and let those who. However, if it goes on sale and I do pick it up, I'll see where it comes. Because, and yes, I know about at least Rally, about that freaking mess, because quite literally she was a damn cheater, and everybody was jumping on her throat because guess what? She's shown she cheated, and there's been like a lot of points that shown she has cheated, and that thing went down. It went down. So, and that's old news. So, do I think this can be a really good, you know, game of the year? Yes, but also no. I can see it being a competitive. Yes. Is it going to win the game of the year? Possibly not, but will help, because I figure there's probably a lot of other shooters that probably can get the award. However, I can't really say in full detail, because I only just saw at least what I know most of the time of this is just a really good one. And GG's, you know, for them being a really good game, and they're making really good strides. I'm really happy for that. But I think that's where I'll end it. So as always, if you like what you saw, my Dragon Knight Dragon version again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, and definitely share. Well, about a lot. As always, this is Dragon Knight, Dragonborn, Dragon Sage. signing out. Have a good one. My Dragon Knights, Dragonborn, drinking a light. And as always, farewell for now.